Hello everyone, welcome to Oceans of Hope. I'm so glad that you're joining us again today. Our topic is personality clashes. Have you ever heard someone say their spirit can't seem to take or mesh with a particular person? Or perhaps you have said that yourself. Well, sometimes that is their way of saying they have no other explanation for why they're unable to get along with that person and realize the feeling is mutual. While this often happens in the workplace among colleagues, it can happen anywhere and in any relationship. For example, between a man and his father-in-law, or a woman and her mother-in-law, or with sisters-in-law, between cousins, stepchildren, or siblings, team members, in a church, in a dance group, between women brought together for some cause, even on social media or in other places. There is animosity, resentment, antagonism, shade-throwing wars, and generally bad vibes between them. Sometimes no words have been spoken directly, nor a specific conflict identified, but they and others around know their personalities are clashing. And like Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar said in their song Bad Blood, now we got problems and don't think we can solve them. These kinds of situations are never cute or easy to experience. And while some folks live for such drama and hold PhDs in sustaining conflicts, for others it can be draining, embarrassing, and stressful, even causing unease among others and negatively impacting and disrupting the environment they all occupy. Today I am discussing 3 points I believe will help you think deeply and work to walk a higher ground. Point number 1, jealousy can feed dislike. I believe every person will experience jealousy at some point or another. We can admit and deal with it, or do the opposite and allow it to control our thoughts and actions. We can be jealous of others because of their personality, their confidence, their wealth, their abilities, their opportunities, even their youth, what we determine as undeserved success or more. For some, jealousy masks itself in finding fault in the person, simply disliking them. It can also mask itself in spying out the person's freedom and disparaging or vilifying them, even patiently waiting for some weakness they possess to show up or cause them an unforced error, so the jealous person can say, see, he was not all of that. I know that she was not all of that. These are all ingredients for spilling of bad blood and the silent personality clashes we sometimes have. Could it be your current clash is caused by unrecognized jealousy on your part or on the other person? Think about that. Point number 2, the matter of transference. Now, transference is a phenomenon where a person projects feelings they have, whether good or bad, of another person onto someone unrelated to their current situation. So, for example, a young lady had or has a domineering father and goes to work and despises her supervisor, showing high levels of insubordination because he reminds her of her father. Or a man transfers feelings and expectations he had in his old relationship to his new girlfriend. If we take time to examine the situation, the current personality clashes we are involved in or we know about may have nothing to do with the person, but everything to do with unresolved or misplaced feelings from the past. So you say, something about her just gets me on my last nerve. I cannot put my hand on it, but it is there somewhere. No, my friend, the reason you cannot find it is because it does not exist, and it's actually a feeling you're projecting on that person from somewhere else. We can check ourselves and see if the people we're angry with now are actually the people we are really angry with. Point number 3, superiority, biases, and stereotypes. Now, we're all different, and our personalities can rub each other the wrong way. A person with whom we have struggles may need to make a few attitude adjustments or mature in general. However, we can clash with others because we personally harbor attitudes of superiority, along with biases and stereotypes, without realizing or even excusing them. People are different to us, and we can sometimes translate that to mean they are beneath us. On the other hand, we parrot age-old narratives which carry deep disdain or dislike for people before we get to know them or understand them. As a matter of fact, blinded by our biases, we do not even try to get to know people. We can also clash with others because their flaws remind us of our own weaknesses, things we would like to forget. Friends, it is difficult to come to the same table or space and genuinely respect, learn of, or like anyone we have a negative bias or stereotype towards. Could the reason for the personality clash be your bias? Those feelings are rooted somewhere. Take a few moments and do a mental scan of your relationship difficulties, the bad blood or personality clashes that exist. Think deeply. What is at the heart of it? Is it you? Is it them? Or both of you have contributed to the situation? Friends, if you honestly recognize you are the problem, do not beat up on yourself. You are halfway there, because I believe that kind of recognition involves a high level of maturity and honesty, and that is half the battle. Resolve to stop, take the higher ground, and move past this difficulty. God's grace is available to help. Do not go it alone. If you recognize someone is jealous of you, is transferring or projecting on you, or maybe responding out of a stereotype, do not add fuel to the fire. It is obvious they think what you have is good enough for them. Yes, they want it the wrong way, but I would encourage you today, work to keep yourself out of harm's way, but be you. Always be you, setting a good example for younger ones and those influenced by you. Leave room for reconciliation if and when that time comes, because not all clashes will end amicably. Friends, do not render evil for evil or live by an eye for an eye or a tooth for a tooth, lest we all become blind denture wearers. Boldly test the narratives and stories you were told. Do broad-based research and be open to learning from others. Look for common ground where it exists. Cross the aisle and work for common good. Our lives will be better for it. And so until next time, God bless you.